Hello, thank you for taking the time and checking this out. I typically wouldn't make a video while I'm laying in bed. However, it's when I thought of when I was inspired to do this, so I'm going to honor that. So there's, and I'm like, yeah, you'll see my feet in the background. They're mine. If not, that'd be weird. Anyway, so a lot of energy is moving around, and some things have been coming up, and I wanted to offer them. So during this ascension, so the way I like to bring down the information is through this real human experience. Like, we are literally embodying Christ consciousness. So that means that we get to do this now, like in our life, in our body. And we still have like visits to the gas station and to the dentist and paying bills and like life things. So I like to talk about the life things. And part of the life things that have been coming up in this Scorpion full moon energy has to do with women's bodies and laws that are being created to control them. And I got to thinking about it because I know that like love is the answer, but I'm like, I can't like go love. Like I mean like there needs to be action. And then I'm like, but what do we do? Like, this has been in like my head, and so I've been sitting with it, and I know that love is the answer. Like, I just said that anyway. So I do not remotely feel good about anyone saying that I can or I can't do anything with my body. Like, it just, I would, side note, I dated this guy in college. He was really nice. He had a propensity toward drinking alcohol and feeling rage. But I was wanting to get another tattoo, and I had just had a few small ones at the time, and I was wanting to get my first big piece, and he was like, no, don't get another tattoo. You have enough. And I was like, oh, you cute. No. So yeah, obviously not with him anymore. And I got the tattoo. Anyway, it doesn't sit well with me to be told that I can't do anything with my body, because this is the vessel that I chose. I chose this. And the people that are out there with the signs and lobbying and fighting really against human rights, really, those that are against human rights, I know that they're not doing it from a place of love. But there's a place in here in their head that they're coming from, so that it works for them, for it to make sense. You know, like they have a reason. So I sat with that, and I feel like the reason that many people have these like, no, you can't have abortions, they're doing it from a well-intended place, logically, because I feel like most of them feel like if you have an abortion, you make God mad. God will judge that. And they're wanting to protect you, whoever, from being damned to eternal hell, and for hurting another being, a baby, another living soul. Not remembering that they hurt living souls all the time. I mean, they're the ones in McDonald's and eating like steaks every day, and many ways. Excessive resource using and hurting the planet. However, I feel like they're coming from this place of well thought intentions based on their belief of a judgmental God, a fear-based God, a source, a fear-based God that is fear. Like literally, they believe that their source is judgmental and punishing and capable of condemning someone to hell, a whole other like place, which means that they're actually creating that for themselves. Oh, well, manifestation, bad choices. Not really bad, just not for me anymore. Who been there, done that. Anyway, so here they are, believing in their judgmental God and trying to prevent a world around them based on what their judgmental God would and wouldn't prefer, would whatever. And then you have, so that's like this segment of consciousness, fear-based. That's what they look to do all the things and stuff in their life, like, ooh, this is scary. Whoa. And then you have this other paradigm, consciousness, human expression, embodiment, that looks to the source of energy as love, the source of all that we are. Love. It's a vibration, it's a frequency. It is in so many traditions the source of oneness, of spirit, of great spirit, of the is of all that is love. There's no fear in that. So you have people that are like just trying to go around life living as the embodiment of love. It doesn't have anything to do with control. It doesn't have anything to do with moral righteousness. It doesn't have anything to do with judgment. It doesn't have anything to do with fear. It doesn't have anything to do with lack. It doesn't have anything to do with stagnation. Nope. This source of love, system, consciousness, is loving. It's accepting. There's compassion. There's creativity. There's acceptance. Fear paradigm, fear source. I don't know. I guess it's like some white dude in the sky that's like tag teaming with like fiery demon in hell, and they work together. Sounds really similar to like the government and church. The irony, isn't it? Anyway, so as we collectively are living and growing through this now, where these shifts are occurring, I find it so much easier to feel through this when I remember that those that are making these decisions are literally coming from a place of fear and judgment. And there's a compassion that I can feel for them, for I have been that person where I was programmed, the program that I was running in my life was that of fear and judgment. I felt it for myself, and I would aim it out at others. That's what we do. That's how humans behave when running on that program, when living in that consciousness, when going from fear and judgment, when thinking that source is something bad, and not trying to, and this is all like from my perspective, so take it and let it sit wherever it sits. But I know that to continue evolving and growing and creating a new day every day that is in light and that is of service to all beings everywhere. Everywhere. All beings. Plants. Humans. The earth. Everything. That we get to do that. We do that with more ease when we feel as our higher self would feel. And if more people are clicked into their higher selves and this like love vibration, remembering that we're all one. So even the these that are over here, we're still one. However, I feel like there's this natural separation that's occurring. And not in a segregation, must split these two things, but a very natural, it's like a cellular split. We've been one, and we've been one in this program. And so it's like, when I think of a cell, I think of like the middle and then like a membrane. And I feel like we've all been a part of that membrane in the old program, the old paradigm, the fear-based one. And it's almost like, as it like goes like this to separate, to become like two unique cells, that this one feels harder, more dense, and kind of goes. And this one, the membrane is more fluid, more plasmatic. It has more like a jellyfish. And because of this movement, this inspiration, this accordion kind of thing, moves together, stays together, grows together, makes more sound together. It's lighter. And it's not that one is good or bad. I feel like that's just the natural shift in life. And it's a choice on what part of the divide in this natural process you want to be in. And this is, again, how I'm seeing it and just how I'm translating it out. But I really wanted to share it because it's very easy, I feel like now, to feel a lot of anger, frustration, rage, which I'm not saying to not feel these things. Feel what you feel. You're not what you feel. You're not your emotion. You're just feeling it. However, as these feelings may arise in relationship to stuff that's coming up in the news and these distractions and all this other stuff, that when we can maintain our own alignment, we become beacons for those that are wanting support, that need support. We all want to be of service. Like, we all want to be helpful, like, truly. Even the people that are holding signs that are saying, abortions kill and you go to hell. Like, their core desire, I feel, is to be of service. However, their filter that they're coming through, the filter that intention is coming through, is a filter of fear. So it comes out and is received by the masses as control, because that's how that is. That's how that gets expressed. So I wanted to hop on here and share that we can choose how we view everything, even those that are still very actively participating in the fear-based, judgment-based matrix. Giving them some compassion and love and understanding that their intentions are good. And meanwhile, back over here on the ranch of like love, creating new alternatives, creating new paths, creating a new community of human tribe, creating a revolution, creating a new life. I feel like that's where we are. I feel like that's where we are. And I feel like that's where we're collectively stepping into, which means that all this stuff, I feel like, is going to go, ooh, that's not okay. Like we're going to look at this and be like, that's not okay. Like, this is like some crazy control, like crazy shit. Like, it's been crazy, y'all. Like, it's been crazy since like stealing people and taking their land and being like, oh, it's an ownership thing, and forgetting it's the earth. We're stewards of it. And like stealing people and killing them and making them do things and doing it based on the color of their skin or the type of genitals they have or where they were born or what they call God or what they don't call God. Ugh. Like, we're so over all that stuff, y'all. It's so last human season. Anyway, so I think that's all I really wanted to share. So hopefully this is of service on this day, this night, and wherever you are in your ascension process, when it comes to the real deal, holy-filled stuff like looking at the news, how you deal with it, and how do we women deal with these things? You know, well, we get to reclaim our bodies in brand new ways, and really hope that the tides don't turn too much when and like women actually like have all the power or the control or, you know, all the jobs. Because if it's kind of like, you know, for the women revolted, y'all, dudes would be afraid. Dudes would be very, very afraid. A lot of women are still operating in the system of the male patriarchal bullshit paradigm, not even understanding that they're holding on to a lineage that is so many densities ago. Anyway, most women like to be current. Ugh. Just made me think of energy and how energy flows, and the channels and currents and electricity. Everything's better. Anyway, I'm digressing. So thank you so much for taking the time and sharing this with me. Again, may be weird because I popped on here in bed and the style, but I wanted to get this out. And so there's that. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your nows, and I would love for you to put the thumbs up button and to like this and subscribe and share, and you know, if this would be of service to anyone that you know, pay it forward. It's free. It's YouTube. It's true. And if there's any guidance that you need in your ascension process, whether it's how to deal with the day-to-day, or, you know, how to translate all these crazy codes that are coming in and integrating into our body as we start to really receive higher levels of consciousness in this human vessel, because it's kind of cool. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time. See you later.